So, Megan,
Hi.
hi, welcome.
Thank
So
you.
lovely to see you.
Yeah, great to be here.
Well, I'm glad. How did you come up with the idea to start your own YouTube channel? And on top of that, where did you get the idea to do satirical makeup tutorials and comedic how-tos?
Well, I started doing my YouTube channel because I was graduating from school. We graduated together.
Right.
And
Shout out to RTA.
And I didn't have a job, so not because of RTA, because of myself. So still shout out to RTA. And I decided I wanted a portfolio or something to get people on the same page as me, so they know what I'm about. So I started doing YouTube. The makeup tutorials came from me loving makeup tutorials. Like, I wouldn't be able to do my makeup at all if it weren't for YouTube. I would be like, liner goes here. It would be really bad. So
Look a little bit of a clown.
Yeah, a little bit like clown contouring, but you don't blend it in, like just like a full face. I watched those all the time, and I was like, okay, let's try doing one of those, but with jokes and makeup also, and that's how that happened.
Well, that's really cool.
Yeah.
How much research and preparation do you do? Because you do release a video every week, right?
I do, yes. It depends on the video. Some of them I'm like, I don't know anything about this, and I spend a long time reading up on it to try and be knowledgeable, or as knowledgeable as I can be. Yeah, to like add to a conversation without just being like, here's a noisy thing I did. Watch it. That's all I care about, because that's not the case. I want to like actually make something that's relevant. So, I try and make sure my facts are checked and my T's are dotted and my I's are crossed, as they say, while I'm doing my research. So about probably a day, 2 days, sometimes a couple weeks, depending on how detailed the issue is.
And where do you get the ideas from?
The news.
Okay.
Reading the news and looking at what's happening and thinking, like, what would I want to talk about this week with my friends, and put that on my channel, basically.
So does the paying attention to the news and that, does that go into your research time as well, or is that on top of the couple of days?
It's usually on top of. I try and stay news literate. Generally, like, watch the news and like be like, okay, something outside of me is happening. So it's, if I don't have a story by like Tuesday or Wednesday for Friday, I'll be like reading every news outlet I can think of, being like
trying to find something,
anything. And there are weeks like that, but I try and go into the week knowing what I'm going to talk about, instead of like, just finding it on my feed.
Winging it a bit, and you're like, oh, okay.
Just set this up here and talk to it.
Smile into the camera, right?
That's it. 3 minutes of that. It works every time.
Would you ever want your own talk show or sketch comedy show one day?
Yes, that would be awesome. It's in the picture somewhere, hopefully at some point. Right now I'm just trying to be better at what I do, and like working on working.
It's early.
It is early, but working on my skills and like making sure I have the chops and the ability to deliver a show like that, and I'm doing that on YouTube.
Well, that's perfect, and YouTube loves it too.
I love YouTube. It's mutual.
Your work has been featured on Cosmopolitan.com, CNN, the Huffington Post, just to name a few. And then, of course, you've also created some episodes in conjunction with BuzzFeed, BB Dakota, and Cineplex Entertainment. What was going through your head when you received those calls?
I was like, It was mostly like, what was real? It was more like what was running through my body. Like, I just like peed my pants like every time. It was really gross. I'm an adult. I shouldn't be doing that. But it was really exciting. I mean, it's a career that I didn't think I was going to have. Like, it's totally this unplanned, wonderful thing that I love, and that I'm like, how did I not want this before I had it? And now I'm like, never leave me. Oh, God, YouTube.
Stay with me.
Right? Exactly.
Well, you are a star of comedy, and you're a female star of comedy, too, and you get a lot of praise for that, because it's not easy being a female and striving in the comedy world. And your followers and subscribers really, really appreciate it. I was looking at some comments specifically on the Ray Rice makeup tutorial. So I'm just going to read a couple if you don't mind.
Go for it.
Dev Gonzalez 98 says, I'm a guy feminist, and this brought me to tears. We need more people like this woman. Tara is Music said, I'm obsessed with this. Thanks for taking the time to say the things that people need to be hearing and presenting it in a way that will make people want to listen. That's half the battle. Preach, for real. What does it mean to you hearing these comments? And not only are they just your viewers and subscribers, but they're almost viewing you as a role model.
Well, I mean, I love my subscribers. I mean, I really feel like they're all my friends in like this weird way where it's like, you watch my videos, I've tricked you into friendship. And just reading comments like those, it's incredible. I mean, it's the strangest thing to like even have people be watching what I'm making, and then to have people watch it and have a response like that is like kind of incredible. And I love those opportunities to connect with people on issues that we, both love to talk about and both care about. And it feels really real whenever I talk to these people and like make the connections and like make them sign the friendship contract. So
you just want a lot of friends, right? That's the secret.
It's not even the quantity. It's just like I meet everyone and I'm like, oh my God, you're my best friend now. I'm like with everybody. It's ridiculous. But it's incredible. It's such a just this incredible honor to be in that kind of position.
And would you ever consider yourself as a role model, maybe to other females or to younger girls watching your YouTube videos?
Well, I try and behave in a way that might behoove that, but I don't know. It feels weird calling myself a role model because I feel like a real role model wouldn't come out and be like, I'm a role model, everyone. Like that probably wouldn't happen. That might make you the opposite of a role model like instantly. So I don't know. I try and think of like what kind of impact my content has when I release it. So like maybe in that way, but not in like the megaphone, like pulling a megaphone out being like role model right here.
Over here.
Yeah, no. Yeah, basically.
You have a lot of sensitive topics too. You do it in a more so fun way, but underneath it all, you're still talking about the Ray Rice scandal, Jian Ghomeshi, Bill Cosby. Are you yourself ever afraid of saying something that you shouldn't, or maybe crossing the line a little too far?
I try and really weigh every issue before I do a video about it in terms of, is this a safe place to go? Is this a place that feels like a good place to take a conversation before I actually go there? And also, is it safe for me to talk about this and have people comment on the videos and not have like people targeting them on the internet and stuff like that? That's really one of my concerns, is making sure that people who come to see my content and come to comment on my content are not going to be bullied for it or treated badly for it. So I try and keep that in mind when I'm doing my content. Doing my content. That was a really gross buzzword sentence. And I try and think about that. But I like to be able to look at an issue and say, how can I talk about this in a way that's responsible and in a way that makes sense? And if there is an answer to that question, then I will do the video. And if there isn't, then I'll be like, maybe put this on a shelf and think about it later.
Well, that's good. And you are doing a lovely job, and you are taking it very seriously. Yet, as Tara's Music said, you are also making it in a way that people want to hear. So congratulations to all that.
Thank you.
And now for a little more lighthearted content and questions. Who is your favorite YouTube personality other than yourself?
Favorite other than myself? I love Lacey Green right now. I think she is so wonderful and smart, and like I just want to be like high five and be really, really cool and normal about it. I won't be, but being cool and normal, like meeting like this weekend, all of these wonderful YouTubers here. I'm like, I don't know how I'll have a conversation with anyone. I'm like freaking out.
It's so exciting.
Yeah, Lacey Green for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
And final question. So you go to sleep tonight, maybe later if you are partying or whatever. You wake up in the morning, there's a phone call, okay? So you go, hello, and they go, hi, Megan. I want to have you co-star in my next movie with me. What Hollywood comedic actor or actress is on the phone with you?
like in my dreams, I'd love to be in a movie with Melissa McCarthy. Like, I feel like we could do like a really badass road trip movie. I just think it would be so much fun.
Call me when it's out. I want to see it.
For sure.
All right, Megan, it's been a blast. Congratulations on everything. Have fun tonight on the red carpet. Make sure you come say hi.
For sure, yeah.
And enjoy the Buffer Festival.
Woo, you too.
Bye.